Hello, I'm Amy Zawi with the Jerusalem Connection Friday Red Alert Report for July 28th. Though the rulers sit and slander me. Psalm 119, verses 23 through 25. Though the rulers sit together and slander me, your servant will meditate on your decrees. Your statutes are my delight. They are my counselors. I am laid low in dust. Preserve my life according to your word. Psalm 119 was the topic of a recent Sunday sermon at my church, and these particular verses, starting at 23, really jumped off the page at me in the wake of what UNESCO voted on July 7th with their most recent resolution. On July 7th, UNESCO voted for a resolution defining or redefining the old city of Hebron and the Cave of the Patriarchs as Palestinian heritage sites. Last year in 2016, they made similar resolutions of counterfactual assertions regarding the old city of Jerusalem, the Temple Mount, and the Western Wall. And then before that, in 2015, biblical sites including Rachel's tomb and the Cave of the Patriarchs were also named as holy Islamic sites, even though Islam did not exist at the time of these historical recordings and namings. The Israeli government, of course, was not pleased, and it decided to stop cooperating with UNESCO completely, which is totally understandable. UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, thank God, said she was shocked at the most recent decision, and she said there will be consequences. Many believe that the PA, the Palestinian Authority, is behind these resolutions, as they seek to replace the State of Israel with itself. The Third World often goes along with it because they resent the Western world in general. Europe goes along with these resolutions out of a sense of guilt that the Western world as a whole, and Judaism, its core and foundation in terms of ethics and values and philosophy, and the precursor to Christianity, is somehow to blame for all the world's injustices. This is quite ironic, since a careful and objective study of world history would reveal that Western philosophy, Western culture has produced more prosperity, more higher standards of living, and more progress in terms of health and innovations, and just generally higher standards of living for everyone it's touched. Not without its faults, it's produced more good than ills. But in the wake of these UNESCO, the sky cannot be blue attitude, Israel continues to impress me because its people, no matter what the world is saying or doing and pointing fingers at them with, they keep moving forward using the word as their guide. While not all Israelis are practicing Jews, their culture is permeated with the precepts of God's word, and collectively they always seem to display it. Of course, not without errors or mistake, we're all human, but collectively they always seem to be demonstrating God's edicts. The point is, they were told by God, as we are today, to be a blessing to the world. They study the Old Testament, and its statutes are part of its culture, including its perspectives on policies and actions. While not widely reported, and certainly not reported in the halls of UN, the Middle East is replete with violence for which Israel has no part of the cause, but it is often the source of help. Israel has helped countless Syrians, Lebanese, Palestinians, etc. The list goes on as these people suffer from violence at the hand of their own governments, their own compatriots. Israel, at its own expense, both with human resources as well as material resources, are the refuge for many of its neighbors suffering from violence. A recent example is a video you can find on the Facebook page of a group called Every State for Israel. Every State for Israel is an advocacy group for the nation of Israel and the Jewish people in general, and they seek to highlight and present the truth of who and what the State of Israel is, as well as identify anti-Semitism in various forms. They posted a video produced by the IDF regarding a particular border town on the border of Syria. They take time, Every State for Israel takes time to post the good works that Israel does. This IDF video in particular documents the care the IDF has taken at this one particular border town with Syrian refugees. These Syrian refugees who are suffering from bombings and various attacks in their homeland from both their government and factions within, their compatriots, and these women and children and other severely injured men are making their way to the border town knowing that they will receive help. IDF medics there will take in the people and provide them with food, warmth, shelter, emotional encouragement, as well as necessary medical care. They are taken care of with no charge. They are also taken care of with heartfelt sincerity. These IDF members are providing dignity to the people. They are ambassadors of truth, and perhaps the result will be that the next generation will respect Israel and its identity and its existence. The Syrians, after their healing, are returned to their homeland in an effort to go back to salvage what they can of their lives. They are left not only bodily repaired, but emotionally encouraged with dignity and respect, and they are often given tons of material goods and supplies to bring with them. For example, in the last year alone, 360 tons of food and flour, 456,000 liters of gas, 100 tons of clothes, including 55 tons of warm clothes, 12 tons of shoes, as well as generators, mobile caravans to use as clinics and classrooms, have been given to Syrian soldiers with the help of the IDF. So again, Psalm 119:23, though the rulers sit together and slander me, your servant will meditate on your decrees. And part of the Lord's decrees to us are to be a blessing and a help to those in need, to be generous. And these decrees are all over the Old and New Testament. And Israel is a testament to this. Shavua Tov, have a great week, and Shabbat Shalom.